fancy turning up, did you?
Look, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? Sorry for not being on the minibus to Wilmslow last week?
About that.
Sorry for not answering your mobile telephonic device? Sorry for not informing me that you weren't doing your shift?
Sorry about that, but I've got...
sorry that you were gallivanting around Blackpool. Riding donkeys, climbing the tower.
Blackpool? That wasn't me.
Oh, yes, it was. You were spotted. Did you get me some rock? Or at least kiss me quick at?
That wasn't me. Honestly, I can explain about that.
Listen, you were spotted. I've got eyes everywhere.
But listen to me. I have got an explanation.
It better be a good one. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Your Manchester with me, Miss Belinda Scandal, and...
Hello, it's me, Mr. Michael Adams. I'm back. It's nice to be back.
It's nice to see you back.
Have you been doing any work?
No, I'm not doing nothing. It's dusty as hell in here.
I can tell.
We have got a marvellous show lined up for you tonight, everybody. We're speaking about the Menopuase with Lisa Wright. Yes.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. We're also going to look at the wonderful, wonderful play and musical slash thing that is called Cruise. And it's absolutely immense. So we're going to be speaking to Jack Holden a little bit later on. As well as that, we've got Ollie's very first People Like Us.
Which has been, you know, hyped up for the last week across our social media. I'm very looking forward to seeing it. He's put his heart and soul into it.
He has put his heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
A bit like me, when somebody descended in our studio to try and teach me yoga. It's the second part of Challenge Belinda. That's coming up as well.
Looking forward to that.
It's loads and loads of stuff going on. We're also speaking about Foodie Friday as well. If that's not enough, though, we must just quickly mention that we are now partnered with the Natalie Kate Moss Trust, and they help with brain hemorrhages. And they're just a fantastic chat. We're going to do so much
show the other week, didn't we?
Yeah.
So definitely go and check that out from about 2 weeks ago. But first, here is how your Wednesday evening with Your Manchester is shaping up.
Well, this is the bit I've been waiting for. Yes, everybody, it's our second episode of Challenge Belinda. Now, in this episode, I do warn you, do not try this at home. Yoga, when I think of yoga, I think of stretching. I think of the ability to once again, maybe someday, see my feet. That'd be lovely. That'd be a lovely exercise. Exercise in itself puts more fear in me than you'll ever know. Well, here we are now for the second part of Challenge Belinda, and what we've decided to do here within Bell's Bar is we've decided to do a bit of a fitness kick for everybody, get your body ready and flexible for summer. So to do that, we've invited somebody.
Belinda,
Yes.
I have arrived to teach you some yoga today. How are you feeling right now?
I'm trying not to look, I'll be honest with you.
Right, I have 6 yoga poses that you will have to endure for a certain amount of time each pose. Do you understand me?
Yeah, Heil.
I want a yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Mortimer Yoga Master.
Yes, sir, Mortimer Yoga Master.
We've returned for the Vasanjantara. I'm going to teach you this pose, and then you must hold it for 30 seconds.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Then get off my mat.
Okay.
What are you doing on it?
Sorry, I do apologise.
Now, this pose strengthens the abdominals, the glutes, and everything else in between. Get ready now. The side plank. Let me remember how to do it first.
Oh, no.
You must hold this pose for 30 seconds.
You want me to hold all my weight on one arm?
If you do not, then that is 1 out of 3 fails, and you must ensure a harder pose for the forfeit.
What do I do? Push up?
Yep.
For how long?
Body, legs straight.
Kiss me ass.
In the
I'm shaking like a shit.
Legs. This is challenge 1 out of 6. Get with it.
This isn't going to happen. I thought it was just stretching. This is killing me. How long? I'm ready. Don't touch me and I'll kill you.
You've got 30 seconds from now. 1, 2.
Let's just class that as a fail. Okay, next.
Round 1 failed. Lie down with your chest upwards.
I should think so too. These cost a fortune.
Now, hurry up. Arms by their side, legs by their side.
I can feel my cheeks going backwards.
You've got 2.5 minutes on the clock. This is your second pose.
What, to lie down?
Close your eyes.
Don't hover above me like that in that outfit.
Do you find this funny?
No, I'm shaking like a dog.
This is called the corpse. Also known as Savasanya. You've now got 1 minute and 36, and now let me tell you, you will have to endure this for 5 extra minutes if you fail this and the next pose.
It's a very interesting accent you've got there, Mr. Leader. I didn't realise.
Sir Mortimer, the yoga master.
From where?
From all over the world. What a tacky bar you've got here.
Thank you very much. I can't.
20 seconds.
Can I tell you? Oh God, don't stop, God.
Do you want a Yorkie?
No.
Why are you still on the ground? Your time is up. Get up now. Go.
I'm up. Now, lying on my back, that's an easy thing to do. In fact, some would say I've made a career out of it.
Now, we've got the Natarjajanya. This is the Lord of the dance pose, and you must hold this for 30 seconds. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Which camera do I look in? Oh, right, okay, good. 'Cause I don't want to look at you making fun of me, as I do the Natarjajanya.
I don't know what's going on with my life anymore. This was supposed to be a talk show. What's going on? How am I supposed to do that? How long have I told this for, please?
You've got 30 seconds in this position.
I'll just do a turn while I'm here. 30 seconds. Okay, let's breathe in. Hold on. Let's think this through. Let's do 30 seconds. Yeah.
Have you poured any tea?
Have a what?
Poured any tea yet, teapot?
There's no tea, but I can see where the teapot is.
5 seconds.
4, 3.
5 seconds now.
Yeah.
I got the time wrong. And release. You have passed round 1.
Stop.
I'm not from Italy.
No, where?
Now on to the next part of the show. Back to you in the studio.
Back to me. So much theatre going on here in Manchester, and one play that stuck out to me recently is a play called Cruise, and it's apparently very, very immense. I'm going to go over and speak to our Jack Holden, who's going to tell us more about it. Here we go. Well then, now joining us, like I say, we're going to be talking about this wonderful, wonderful show, and to join us now is our Jack. Are you alright, our Jack?
Hello, I'm very well. How are you?
Tell us all about Cruise.
So Cruise is a show that I wrote and I perform. I wrote it actually in the first lockdown. It's based on a true story I heard when I volunteered for Switchboard, the LGBT plus helpline. It was a call I got in my first few months volunteering there from a guy who'd moved to London in 1980, and he'd discovered the whole gay scene, he'd discovered his sexuality, he'd fallen in love, but then he and his partner in 1984 both get diagnosed with HIV, and at the time there's no effective medication, so they decide to just live their lives, you know, for today, because they think they're going to die very soon, and so they spend all their money, they sell the flat, sell the car, run up huge debts, just partying their way through the rest of their days, and then this guy by chance survives, and then effective medication comes along, and he's given his whole life back, and yet he's lost so many friends, he's lost his partner, he's lost all his money. And he was calling me on the phone, and this was back in 2013, and telling me the story, and it struck me as such a bittersweet story, and it was a story from the AIDS crisis that I'd never heard before, and I knew that one day I had to turn it into a show or to tell this story somehow. and then we were lucky enough to get a chance to put it on at the Duchess Theatre in 2021. Then we did it again last year at the Apollo Theatre in the End, and now we're bringing it home theatre in Manchester this summer.
And obviously you're going through this whole plethora of emotions throughout this show. How do you deal with that? You know, how do you switch off at the end of a show after doing so much emotion?
Yeah, it's like, it's really intense as a show. I mean, it's mainly, it kind of all becomes worth it when you see the audience reaction at the end, because it's such a roller coaster for me and the audience. By the end, you're sort of released from the spell of it, and you're like, you know, an hour and a half has passed, and you're like, whoa, where am I? I'm still here, but I feel like I've gone on such a journey. So that really lifts me up at the end of a show. And then also a drink, you know, just takes the edge off afterwards.
It definitely does, and it's such an important story to tell as well. Unfortunately for now though, Jack, we are out of time, but thank you. Where can we find this, and when can we find this?
So we're going to be at Home Theatre in Manchester from the 20th of July to the 12th of August, and you can book your tickets at cruisetheplay.co.uk.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people in Greater Manchester with a lot of passions, and our Ollie's been lucky enough to speak to 3 of them that have managed to turn their passion into something absolutely fantastic. This is the first part of People Like Us.
Take a look at me now. Take a look at me now. So take a look at me now. Beautiful people, welcome. Need a glass of water after that one. Bloody hell.
Many of us have hobbies. Now for some, these hobbies grow into what we call a passion, be that singing, dancing or musical theatre. These could stem from parents, family members, or have just been a lifelong joy. I'm Ollie Mortimer, and over the next 3 weeks I'll be investigating the lives of 3 different young individuals, all of whom have a burning passion for something within their lives. Now I'll be learning what it is that drives them, motivates them, and ultimately how that allows them to feel free. This is People Like Us. I'm here tonight at the Manchester Academy to see acoustic solo artist Jack Carroll perform at a gig which he is opening right here at the Manchester Academy. We're going to go and meet him right now.
Okay.
Yes, got past. And we've got the whole evening before you perform. We've got a good few hours yet.
Yeah.
What does that look like from now to when you perform? What have you got to do? What have you got to think about?
So it'll usually be, I'll turn up,
Okay.
I'll go in and I will greet everyone, speak to the rep, who is John tonight.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll dump my stuff in the back, and I take like a minute and just sit there, zone in.
Get in the zone.
Yeah.
Because
I remember saying this to you before, but I do overthink quite a lot before I get onto things. You know, it's quite nice to just sit down and be in the present moment and get yourself ready to go on. So then it'll be sound check. I want some sound check to be all ready.
What can we expect in the sound check? What are you looking for, and what do you actually do in a sound check?
So what I will do in a sound check is I'll scope out the room. So before anyone's in it, I'll think, right, because I like to split the audience up when I'm singing to get them to. I try and do 3-part harmonies when we're singing. Sometimes it goes great, sometimes it doesn't. But I scope out the room and I look, right. So this would be the right side, this would be the left side, and this would be the middle. And then I'll pick a point so I can assign it that when I'm playing, people can go, right, I'm in the middle, I'm in the left, I'm in the right. So they all know. And then I just get all my levels done. Check my guitar, check my vocal. I play with backing tracks. I've got 1 backing track tonight, so I'll be checking that and seeing how that goes, and once the levels are good, I'm all ready to go.
Okay, and when is your sound check? In how many minutes time?
I think, let's have a look.
Bit of double check.
It's in 15 minutes.
15 minutes
Yes.
time?
Better get ready for it.
How are you feeling right now before we go in there and get you ready for your sound check?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready to go, pal.
You know what, I'm looking forward to seeing you perform. Let's go.
I'm ready to go. There you go. So if it doesn't come up, it's Academy free. There you go. Nice one, mate.
Like if you want it plugging in, just plug here or whatever.
I think it'll be right. It's on 66.
Yeah.
Last stages. You'll need to connect to the Wi-Fi though. Yeah.
Go on.
It's a song about my sister, and me and my sister got different dads, and we didn't tell her until last year, and I was worried she'd take it pretty bad, and she was really chill about it. She said, you know, blood doesn't run thicker than water, you're still my brother at the end of the day, and I was like, bloody hell, took me by surprise. It's called Carry You Home. Take me to church, tell me you want to make your life heaven. Let's get out of this place, we'll fly out of space, anywhere away from you. And if you feel broken, worn out and torn,
Just on your gig, we're out of the gig.
Yep.
How are you feeling after that rush of emotion?
I've lost my voice.
You've lost your voice?
Yeah. The crowd were mad. Yeah, it's always nice. Like even when they don't know the songs and you teach them the lyrics, it's always nice to have them sing it back. You know what I mean?
What usually would you do now after you just come
So
off
now I would be outside talking to people, trying to gauge a fan base of who likes it and who didn't, and then hopefully try and get them to follow me on the social media and check out my music, and then hopefully when I have my own gigs in the future they can come down.
What were you feeling when you were actually on there?
Do you know what it is, right? Before I get on, I can't lie, I'm like this. I'm just shaking. It's because I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm not nervous, but it's more like anxiety of wanting to get on there and just do it. Well, I played Academy 3, I played Academy 2. Next one's Academy 1. Let's go, baby.
Everyone will be there to see it. Well,
I hope
Jack,
so.
we're going to see you tomorrow. So thank you for joining us. And what
Thank
an
you for
amazing
coming,
gig.
guys. Thank you.
Should we leave and
Let's go.
go meet the fans?
Let's go.
Let's go. I think that automatically having a passion like Jack's can bring difficulty when trying to keep that healthy home and social life balance. Not to mention the fierceness of the industry that Jack finds himself in can mean that it's harder than ever to have that big break.
I've arrived here in Haywood at Jack's grandparents' house to speak with him about where his motivations come from and how he manages to stay afloat on social media against the titans of the music industry. I'll also be speaking with his granddad to understand where this passion of his comes from.
Hiya.
Hi, Paul.
Ollie, nice to meet you.
Right.
How are you doing?
Come in, Ollie.
Oh, thank you. How are you doing, Jack? Nice to see you
Nice
again.
to see you, Ollie.
How
All
are
right,
you
mate.
doing? So, I mean, you will have seen Jack grow
Oh, definitely.
through his childhood with music. Where did you start to see that?
Well, from a young age, he was always had a ear for it, bopping about, doing everything that you do, listening to his music as a child.
Do you think that Jack got that from you? Could it have been?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
down the line, he picked up on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can see you nodding. Where did this love for music start for you?
It all started with jamming with my granddad.
Right.
Yeah, because obviously he plays bass. It helped me discover my voice, definitely, because if
Oh
I,
yeah, it was, because we'd be saying, we want you to sing this.
Yeah.
No idea of whether he can reach that point, but it managed
yeah,
it.
it was a real eye-opener.
Where has that love for writing come from?
I think, not to get deep, but I feel like growing up, I had a lot of things that I wanted to talk about that I never spoke about.
And how do you feel when you hear Jack's songs that he's written and when he's performing it on stage in front of lots of people?
Just blown away, so proud. It's one of those moments that you sort of go, wow, you know, this guy can do it, and you just feel, well, just proud, so
Yeah.
proud in fact, yeah.
And where do you see Jack in the future going into it? Do you see him performing on the big stages? I know you're a big fan of the Etihad. Do you see him performing there?
Oh, yes.
Answer this wisely.
Yeah, definitely. I can see him, well, he's got the drive, and I know he'll give it his all, so it's up to Jack, but I can see him right there, right at the top.
And today we'll just film you a music video for
brilliant.
that. But
It's like showing my girlfriend my life, you know.
Right, okay.
Let's go.
Here we go. Let's see if I can envision a music video. That's the first ever live recording that you've ever done.
Man.
And the final strum, there we are.
That is insane.
So much to offer in Manchester, food and drink. And you know, just a few days ago, we actually had a Foodie Friday. Our Ben Marshall went to find out more.
Yeah, hi there, I'm John Barrett. I'm one of the organisers of Foodie Friday, along with my wife Rosemary. We've been organising the event for since 2015. When we took it over, it was just like about 100 people coming, if that. And now, as you can see, we get literally thousands of people. Within a year of us taking Foodie Friday over, we were awarded the best pop-up club or project at the Manchester Food and Drink Festival. It was quite an honour to receive it in 2016, and then we were lucky enough, or should I say we worked hard enough to win it again last year, 2022, and to win that was just absolutely, we couldn't have hoped for anything better really. The community of Stockport really have made this event. That's the thing about Stockport, and the thing about Foodie Friday is it's a great community. And also we've got two fantastic sponsors, CDL Software, which are a big company based in the town near the Pyramid, and Robinson's Brewery. So it's a real community of people that are part of the Foodie Friday family. Yeah, so sometimes people say to me, you know, what type of people come to Foodie Friday? What's the sort of audience, for want of a better word, you know, on Foodie Friday? And I've got to be honest with you, I'd say everybody, because it's so broad. You know, if you look around, you'll see families with small children in pushchairs, you know, who come early doors, they'll come. So we do really cater for families, and we try to cater from an economic point of view. We try and make things that's affordable, because I think that's really important. You know, we don't want to price anybody out. It's a free event to come to, and we have entertainment. We always have local bands playing. What we try and do is bring the community together of all sort of backgrounds and all ages. And I think that's why Foodie Friday works and why it's such a big success. It's a really friendly atmosphere. You know, we never have any sort of issues. It's fantastic. And it's, I think, the warmth of the people from Stockport, what makes it. And we try and reflect that in the way that we, you know, we sort of deliver the event. We hopefully with a friendly, smiling face. Tonight's Foodie Friday is a really special event because it's our Be More Martin Foodie Friday. And Be More Martin is to celebrate the life of Martin Hett, who sadly lost his life in the Manchester Arena attack. People say, what does Be More Martin mean? And to us, Be More Martin means to be more compassionate, to show more empathy, to be more community-minded. I suppose really to be more human. I mean, Martin, we only became aware of Martin after his life was ended, but we found out so much about him, and we saw his great spirit, and he had a great passion for life, and that's what we try and inject into every Foodie Friday, you know, to get that message out there that we know we all need to work together, we all need to be a strong community. That's the only way forward, not just for an event like Foodie Friday, but for everything in life. The great thing about Stockport, it's got fantastic heritage and history in the market area for all the buildings. As you can see in the background, we've got the beautiful glass Victorian market, which is called the Glass Umbrella. We've got the fantastic architecture all around. But what's more important to me is Stockport's musical heritage. We've got a legacy of music that is unbelievable. And that's because of Strawberry Studios, which has basically been responsible for the majority of Manchester music and the bands that have made Manchester so famous all around the world. So there's such a wide musical legacy that we realised that Stockport should have its own music map. So that's what we did. So we've done the Stockport music map. It's available online if you just Google Stockport music map, and we do walking tours. I take groups round all the musical sites, and the next walking tour that we're going to do is on Sunday the 4th of June, and that's going to be a Strawberry Studios special, and afterwards we're going to go in the Stockport Museum where the Strawberry Studios exhibition is, and we're going to go around that, and then we're going to go down and we're going to have tea and biscuits, and we're going to have a right good natter with Peter Wadsworth, and he's going to bring with him some of the stuff out of his archive, all his little secret things that he's got about Strawberry Studios, some exclusive tapes and memorabilia and photographs, loads of stuff. So if you come down, you'll be able to see it. So that's Sunday, the 4th of June. So I really would look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome to our show, Lisa Wright. How are you doing today?
I'm absolutely fantastic. How are you?
I'm very good. Now, this is something that, you know, I suppose we should have covered so much more often within our programme. And we've not. Now, it's not even a taboo subject, really, because every woman, hopefully, will suffer with what is called the menopause. Why did it become such a passion for you to deal with this?
Well, it's quite an interesting story. I spent about 20 years in the corporate world doing something completely different. And I left in 2019 and wanted to sort of explore my passion around nutrition and sport. So I went and did a master's, and I chose to do my dissertation on all things to do with the menopause.
Why is it so important to talk about it?
I think there's a number of reasons behind it. I mean, when I approached perimenopause, I didn't know anything about it, and I just thought it was something that would happen to me in my 50s. Little did I realize that, you know, you could start to experience symptoms as young as 36. For me, it was around mid 40s. So I think, you know, one of the things that I'm a big believer in is sort of, you know, forewarned is forearmed. So I think it's really important for younger women to actually be aware that the menopause isn't just something that happens to middle-aged women in their sort of early 50s. It can be brought about for a number of other reasons associated with different medical conditions. So I think it's really important that we get younger women aware of what potentially might happen and what might happen if they don't necessarily go through a natural menopause. And I think it's really important that we get men educated and their awareness raised, because, you know, as I mentioned, there isn't a man anywhere in the world who doesn't have a significant woman in their life, whether that be their mum, their sister, or a female friend or female colleague.
And you yourself, Lisa, how are you getting the message out to people about the menopause?
Well, I have my own business called Menopause the Right Way, bit of a pun on my name there. And I work with businesses of all different sizes. It's been as diverse as a multinational chemical company who wanted me to go in and talk to all of their male employees, to unbelievably my local vet, because I have a couple of dogs, and every time I'd go in, the receptionists would all come over and ask questions, and eventually the practice manager said, "I'll just come in and please just do a training session." So I will go and talk to, as I say, organisations big and small, and it's either information for senior leaders, it's information directly for the women who may be going through this, or it's information for, say, men who want to support their partners, or even information for managers in terms of, you know, how to discuss menopause in the workplace, because it, as you said, it can be a very personal, private topic.
Well, you watched the first part and you saw me doing as much stretching as possible. More importantly, I guess you were watching our lovely little Oliver doing something quite special. This is part 2. Oh, God.
Belinda, I am back for the next part of this challenge.
Where are you from this time, please, George, Master of Yoda?
I told you I am all of the kingdoms united in me.
It's a good trick.
Now, I have brought what I found from Canada with me this time, which will allow me to understand what I am teaching you even further.
This is wonderful. You sound asthmatic.
Arda Hamasumanasama. Now, according to my Canadian device,
Canadian?
this pose is more approachable than the full Hanusanamasanna. This pose is more approachable than the full Hanusamasamasanasma and will strengthen the muscles needed to practice the full split.
I can't do splits. I've not seen my legs for 5 years.
Now, another word for the Arda Hunasana Sanama is the half split. I will be asking you to undertake this pose for 60 seconds. Belinda. Now, I am the yoga master. Get off my mat.
That's not going to happen.
Do that.
Right.
Leg must be straight, your back must be poised, and your head must be up. The shit they have me do in this program. Other leg straight. Arms like that.
No, they know that's not going to happen for me. I'll be honest with you.
Arms down. Now head up. I will allow that for 60 seconds.
Well, it wants to go down.
60 seconds on the clock. You've got 30 seconds remaining.
I don't think I've got 30 seconds remaining in my life. What are you eating now?
I found this.
Where? In your leotard?
Well, I was in the depths of Chile. 10 seconds to go.
Just tap me on the back of the head. Just put chocolate in my wig. Don't f***ing waste food.
And out.
Now, I used to do the splits many, many years ago. I used to do the splits over a blowtorch. But certainly not going to happen these days. Am I getting up now?
Up and off the mat.
Okay, I'm up and I'm off the mat.
Get rolling. Now, you have to face Nanau Gasana, also known as the boat pose. 30 seconds. Again, do that for me. 30 seconds. Now, I learned that.
Where?
Well, I was in Mexico.
What a dick.
30 seconds.
Why are you shaking?
In this position, because I am the yoga master.
There you go.
Straight.
Oh!
Straight.
Oh!
Back up. Like a boat. You are a boat.
I'm like the Titanic.
Well, I hope you don't sink on this one.
There, listen.
So how is everybody's day going, cameraman?
I don't. That's not branding on the show.
Up! You have now succeeded in the yoga challenge. However, just because this is challenge, Belinda, and I am contractually obliged to have the next challenge undergoing.
I did a thing called the boat. Now apparently that looks quite easy in theory. You're just kind of leaning upwards and make it sort of like a... No.
The Chaturanga Dasdandanja. Now this is also called the plank.
Well, just call it the plank then. What are you faffing for?
60 seconds. Lie down. Head flat. I don't even demonstrate this one because I'm too good for that shit.
Because you can't do it.
Legs straight. Arms by your side.
That's not my side. Oh. Okay. Is that right?
No. Fold your elbows.
No, I can't fold my elbows.
This is the Chaturanga Dasanya, or the four-legged plank.
How do you bend your elbows as well? Can we not just... Look, my tits are falling down now. They're out the bra.
Lift your knees up. And now, 60 seconds from now.
You can whistle. 10, 9, 8, 7,
30.
6, 5...
29. 28. Back down. 26. 25.
I'm going to trump.
And
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Oh, I think I completed that, didn't I, Master?
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Stand up and get off my mat.
Okay. Am I done? Can I go home now?
I now leave this building.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That is now.
That is now.
Did you fail the last challenge?
I haven't got a clue. I don't even know where I've been for the last half hour.
I don't remember either. But you have been successful in this yoga challenge with me, Sir George de Mortimer, the yoga master, saying
Flower. Whoa, tail.